quiz. And the pop quiz in Tasawwuf is always practical. It always returns to each person themselves and their life. And it's a quiz of wara, or God-fearingness, or scrupulousness, like these two examples that I've just mentioned. Too much wara to defend him, even his nafs, in either of these, where you would have expected him to do anything except that, if you knew the whole story. Namely, and he was the one who gave me the book. That's why I told you something about his states, a wali of the awliya. He gave me this book by Yusuf Nabahani, and it was the prohibition of pictures and of taking pictures, acquiring pictures as pictures, whether they're photographic or whether they're otherwise. All pictures. And this is something that we wanted to emphasize, because when he would walk into a house, Sheikh Abdul Wakil, he would, if he saw a picture of somebody's grandfather up on the wall, a photograph, he would say, "I have to go." And he would go out the same door. He wouldn't say anything except that. He would leave. And this is what we have seen with the ulama of taqwa and the ulama of wara. Pictures, every single detriment, every single damage and harm that has entered into the Islamic ummah over the last 120 years has come by way of pictures, without exception. There are 20 sahih hadith from the Prophet ﷺ. Among them, the angels don't enter a house in which there is a dog or a picture. And some of the ulama have said, well, photographs are okay. Muhammad Mukhayt al-Muti'i, the Mufti of Egypt in the 1920s and 30s, a God-fearing scholar, however, he said, well, pictures are actually, they're just fixating a shadow. And the image of somebody, says habs al-dhil is what he called it in Arabic, fixing a shadow. But a complete image of somebody is not what we term a shadow. A shadow is that which is cast by the sun or by a light on the floor, on the wall. This is it's a silhouette. A picture is not. This is certainly not. And so, and in our times, finally, the wisdom is now plain. Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibit pictures? The wisdom has manifested itself in the most strident and the most patent and plain way imaginable. All of the detriment that has entered into the ummah of Islam through pictures. And the other ummah in America, picture this. 1 out of every 4 little girls is molested by her parents or by her immediate family. 1 out of 4 little girls. 1 out of 6 little boys is molested by an immediate family member. What taught people that little tiny children who are depending upon you, who don't have anyone to protect you except you, who don't have anyone to protect them except you, who taught people that these are erotic objects? Pictures. Pictures taken and sold and purveyed over the internet or wherever by perverts until it got into the nafs of people. The ulama that said, well, photographs are all right, they're ulama who don't have any conception of what's happening to the ummah at this moment. A huge tidal wave, a huge tsunami of smut, of cyber porn coming over the ummah, making monkeys out of young husbands, making changing the fabric, corrupting the morals of everyone. A pervert, a child molester, well, why can't we send him off to a place where he can get reformed? Look it up sometime with the paranormal psychologists, the psychiatrists. Somebody who's a pervert is a pervert, and you can't fix him up. You can't fix him up. They don't get better. It's an incurable disease. Pictures. And 20 sahih hadiths from the Prophet ﷺ forbidding it. How many times does a person have to be told? And so for this reason, even though the ulama differ about photographic images, what's plainer than that this is a picture? If I show you, I say, what is this? Anybody with a single active brain cell will tell you, it's a picture. It's a picture. The wisdom is plain. You see a young Muslim lady on the streets of Damascus